So we're talking Tampa Bay Bucks, Washington football team. Mark, you want to go into this game, go into what people can expect playing statement games?
I can't really stress this enough. It's just a game. You're playing for fun. You kind of playing for free. We got a little bit of a different take on fantasy sports. The way that you play is access statement games. Join that contest between the Washington football team as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or any game that we have on the platform. Take a look at it, join, review, and handicap a list of props or game props, player props, list of statements that are specific to that sporting event. You're going to pick 10 of them, rank them in order of confidence from 10 through 1. And as that game plays out, you'll earn points for the picks that you make that become correct. And the person with the most points from correct picks at the end of the contest that you have joined or are playing in wins. So it's really kind of like that simple. StatementGames.com, or find us in the App Store, Statement Games Fantasy Sports, Apple, or Google Play.
Yeah. So this game this week we're doing the Sunday night wild card
Saturday night
playoff game. Oh, Saturday night. I'm sorry. And as far as the show notes say, because usually the IDP guys does the Sunday night one, we are still sponsoring this this game. IDP guys is your number one source for non-standard fantasy football. Play the contest and visit idpguys.org and step up your fantasy game. What I will say is right now the website is under construction, so come take a look in a couple weeks when we have it all done and new and improved. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I have it in the show notes. I got you covered. I mean, basically, you guys will be back probably like around Super Bowl time, right?
Yeah, actually, I put in a lot of work this week, and the way it's looking is I might actually hit the mark of Super Bowl. I might be able to make the announcement if we're back. So that'd be great. But so what are you thinking about this game? Obviously, a little butt hurt that it's not the Giants, but Washington, Tampa Bay, this could be a good game. Could be a blowout.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, let's be honest. I mean, Brady's postseason resume is extremely long and very attractive. Tampa Bay has welcomed him with open arms, and why shouldn't they? 6-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, and he's looking to build on that postseason legacy. Let's see here. They're coming in as the 5th seed. In I guess name only. Of course, they have a better record than Washington. Washington is technically not technically. They are the 4th seed, and they will be at home for this NFC wild card game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that, as we discussed earlier with Chase Young, if he can put pressure on Brady, this could be they could keep him down so that Brady doesn't Brady, and it brings back views or images of seeing Brady in past Super Bowl losses, slumped over on the ground, like sad Brady, all of those things. If we see that guy, this game could go either way. But if we see normal Brady, this could be out of reach. So it seems like Tampa Bay with the Washington football team, they're coming for Brady. Kind of like what happens when people come for us. You got something for that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not sure if they're coming for me that much anymore here when considering my pick making ability is over 80%. They might be coming for you, but hey, look, we're partners. Whether you're coming after me or coming after you, you basically just need to understand that when you're messing with Statement Games Live and Statement Games Alternative Fantasy Sports, not only are you messing with us, you're messing with
All right, there we go. All right, let's get into the making picks part of the show here. Throwing them on the board. To start off, what do you got for us, Mark? You start the show here.
Okay. I don't think Washington's going to get shut out, and I think if they're going to compete in this game, I think it's going to be a little bit more from a running back kind of position here. And you're getting a couple of different choices here. So as my first pick here, I'm going to lock in. I'm getting any Washington running back. And it can be rushing or passing. Just one of those suckers needs to score a TD. So I'm pretty confident in that one here. Give me a Washington running back scoring a touchdown.
Gotcha. All right. So I like Alex Smith's story. I don't believe that he's going to be able to make it happen as much against the Tampa Bay defense. They do have a good defense. So I'm going with Washington starting quarterback, and we're going under 226.5 yards passing.
Under 226. But also keep in mind that doesn't necessarily mean that you're ruling out Washington. I mean, Washington can score on
True.
defense. Their defense is very well noted, and of course, there's got to be some type of strategy from Rivera that's a ball control strategy, and where they're going
Yeah,
to be looking to kind of run the ball, take advantage of the blitz happy Tampa Bay defense here, maybe kind of like a court catch them off guard here and rip off a couple of big plays from a running game perspective. So just because you're making that pick.
absolutely. It also
Um,
the game could be a defensive struggle, which kind of
sure.
will clamp down on the offense on really both teams. So I don't think if Washington has to rely on Alex Smith's passing, I don't think they're going to get it done.
Okay.
What do you got for number two?
Well, I mean, look, I'm looking at it from the Brady perspective, and I don't think it's any secret what he wants to do or how Tampa Bay plans on approaching this game from an offensive perspective. I'm getting both of them. I'm getting Goodwin as well as Antonio Brown. So I'm gonna take a look at that pick at the wide receiver position. I'm gonna take the over 10.5 receptions.
All righty. That's looking pretty good. So if we're talking Washington, we're definitely talking defense. If I'm on board, then we got to talk IDP, and I think that Washington has a very good chance of getting to Brady. I think Chase Young is definitely going to get at least a sack in this game, but I think that right now the 2.5 sacks, that's too much for me. I don't know. So I'm going under 2.5 sacks for Washington football team. I think they're going to get close. I just don't think they're going to get to 3.
Okay, now I can kind of see that. I mean, Brady gets quick release, get rid of the ball quick here. On a sack
Yeah.
perspective here, I mean I'm kind of nervous for Alex Smith here. I mean, Tampa Bay loves to blitz. I mean, they're coming
Yep.
after him, and I'm not sure how healthy Alex Smith is, but if he's not careful, this can be a very dangerous spot from them from the playoff perspective.
Yeah. Oh, it's every game. Every game is gamble.
Now, from my last pick here, I'm going against something that I originally put in the show notes.
Ooh.
Um, I am a big believer, a big kind of like a proponent, and I love, just from a general gaming perspective, home teams getting points. So I'm looking kind of like at this game, and most of the lines that I've actually come across or I've seen have Tampa Bay as a 7.5 point favorite. On statement games, I'm getting an extra point.
Hmm.
So I'm getting 8.5 with a team that can score on defense, that can play defense. They're playing at home in the playoffs. Hopefully, with a quarterback that knows how to manage a game. You're not necessarily getting like rookie. I mean, you're getting a manageable
Yeah.
kind of quarterback. So you take all those things, and then on top of that, throw in the fact that I'm getting 8.5 points. I got to take a risk, and I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will not win by over 8.5 points in this game.
Ooh. I like it. I like that. All right, and to run this off, I'm going classic here. I'm gonna pull up the whole Gronkowski Brady connection,
There you
and
go.
we've got it 3.5 receptions. You mean to tell me that with the amount of pressure that is gonna be on Tom Brady, that he's not gonna go to old reliable at least 4 times? Come on, it's gonna happen. So Rob Gronkowski over 3.5 receptions. I think I'll stake my reputation on that one. So there we go. All right. So if you're playing in this contest, you're gonna see my username Nathan Ritter. Maybe I'm thinking about this. Let me spitball with this to you, Mark. Is make a new account that is statement games live so that people just know. I think that might be something we do for the future.
Yeah,
And-
that's not a bad idea.
yeah.
Maybe we can have some
So
fun with that and see if the people who are playing against us in specific tournaments, if you could beat statement games live, maybe just
yeah.
some additional incentives that will come to the table with. Not a bad idea.
Yeah. So we'll get this out uh into the gaming sphere here. Um and see how we do next week. And hopefully I can come back from a goose egg and some pretty bad picks, but I don't know. We're getting back to my bread and butter here, so we'll see. Um, but with that, make sure you're following at Statement Games on all social media. Subscribe to the YouTube channel where you're seeing this video, and playstatementgames.com. Can't stress that enough. Mark, it's been great. Any closing thoughts?
I think we covered a lot today. We definitely ran a
Yeah,
little
we
bit
did.
longer, so we'll put this show out and get some kind of some feedback. Hey, there's a lot of games taking place this weekend, so I'm kind of getting excited just thinking about it. But we'll see. Everybody be well. We'll catch up with you next week. I don't have any dog in the fight kind of like this week here, so I guess I don't know. Let's go Washington running backs over a touchdown.
Yeah, there we go. Sports are back. I mean, that's the big thing. So, all right. Catch you next week, Mark.